I'm once again your number one creator, one C, one crew, also doing the best to present the best that I've always had. And this would also be in an area for Empire Mansions, and I want to also display the best of its kind. This is the most outstanding one with the colors that I always show there. It will not fail if the Lord indeed is our leader and guide. The work of an archangel indeed is with a superpower, a super defense, and war. That which is reserved in the scripture in the Bible is actually who fulfill and who shall feel in the area of the words so that it becomes a reality created. So it's just like one of the things that you find yourself doing with a script and movie acting. So the movie acting, when it comes to reality, you see it to be happening as you see it, maybe as a text. So when the text is now being carried with fashion, it won't be to you again what you expect. So what in expectation you want to say is the Lord doing? He has always said he has a very high expectation, something different. That is a level to also understand what the Lord should be saying and what probably the Lord is talking about that you may not understand. Yet he said that you may understand because it's a word, and that during the fulfilling part of it, it will be very interesting to understand what the Lord is saying in an element or text or things to be created. I don't think I stand anywhere low in presenting myself and standing next in the kingdom. I, the person being born in the royal. I don't think you can have any tribe who stand nowhere on my level, nor in the kingdom, nor position. And when it comes to world champion lead, there's nobody who can be a virgin enough in an age 38, 40, and age counting that can stand in the name of the Lord and say they ever did, and you know where we've got into. I'm the only one who know where we are. I can reverse today for tomorrow, and I can reverse any day that I've ever passed to today because I'm the one in the times. You don't know it. That's why you ask the Spirit, and they tell you there's nobody who have ever succeeded in times. I'm the one living. If I'm not the one living, you can't say you want to live in my flesh or that somebody should be in somebody's flesh. You don't know what the life is. I'm the Lord and light. I'm not the one you've been worshiping because I'm not a stick nor wood. Whatever you are worshiping today as the Lord and stuff, whatever, you haven't identified to know whether they carry life or no life. You're only doing it as it was given. And how do I tell you what you are calling it is somebody who have life now, which you are calling again back to the things lifeless. And that couldn't build here. Those things that you worship, they have never built. So when a human becomes to the light or the level with light and they are building and creating, yours is to just obey and honor the rule. I don't honor what you honor, yet I've served and built many things that brought life. If you have done it best, then why don't you have life? People are dying in your kingdom and religion. And I'm telling you where we are now. It is your doing and the belief that you have in the kingdom and whatever you claim as a God. That is where the suffering and problem is. You calling somebody that is already life now in the name of the religion. He rendered the person lifeless, and you are having life from the things you are doing with lifeless things. And the life is not taken from the lifeless thing, yet somebody who is the life now, that's what you are calling again back into the lifeless things. So when you have life in that which you do, it doesn't mean those things have been created that you should have life. It is that you believe, but you don't know even when you have it. Then you are living somebody's dreams and vision. That's why you have had the right, yet you don't know you are living somebody's vision. So when that same person have life and meet with you, then his vision and your vision will become working as click. It will be not easy for you to understand you killed a person, yet he's the same person you met with. So you are just supposed to understanding what level the Lord is operating, so that he that comes to meet with you will tell you the suffering you are putting on him. Do you agree? I don't want to agree anywhere to anything you believe or you worship because they have never given life. You doing it wrongly is the reason you are seeing it to be giving life. But I'm doing the righteously, that's why I don't have that wrong. And you are calling life a grave. And you don't know that. Whatever you worship as idol, to any stone or carving, whatever, is death. That is the death, the Lord of the death. Because something that has died first, who you are keeping. So anybody that comes with life against spirit, you claiming that person. That's why they don't just even make the thing work. They come and render the person useless. That which has become life. They come and call it that God again. They come and call it Jesus. They come and call it Yeshua. They come and call it Yesu. They come and call it Mahu. They come and call it Numo. They call it different names. So that is how the person is ruined to become another thing lifeless to you, and you think that's what is giving life. It is being what connected is an engineering thing. That's why the Bible tells you that there is a god, or most of the gods, stealing the gods or the other force, and the Lord of light and fire. The other gods are robbing him to give to other spirits. You have no idea what is giving you what life you are claiming you have, because you can't know more than the spirit that you are worshiping. You can't know more than the Ametikpakpa or the dwarf and those things you are worshiping. You claim that they are what? They are being your servant. They are only serving you. It doesn't mean they are your slaves. You need, and that's why they are serving you that thing. But it doesn't mean they are your slave. How you be thinking that when you have a spirit serving you, it means they are your slave? It's never like that. They are only serving. Masters are the ones who serve. But anybody not learned is a slave under slave trade. So that when you grab life, it means you did well. That's why you have been given life. Even that which is not easy. But we tell you, don't think somebody who serve is a slave to you. Anybody that serve, it means you have had the person qualified. So anybody that make it even to US from Nkonya, that's the only life reserved from the home of teachers. That will prove they were raised differently. Highest justice. And that's the only way I can show you why you sleep in the room over there and the same person your return, he's the same building. That's the only way the Lord built there and built here. So when it returns, you have to return. Stop keeping those things and wood and things. If I create, is an art which will become spirit. But when you are not the one who understands spirit and how we broadcast life, you can't be worshiping those things. You can't limit life to your source belief. When something becomes source belief, it is limited to you and that thing. But when something becomes life in abundance, air like air, spirit, rain, waters, that is the source that demands more workers. Yet that person is doing it alone. You can tell that the Lord gave you to disrespect myself the king. For whatever you do, I'm the only king who returned from heaven. I'm the only one who have been created from element and word. I'm the only one who have been made word, and according to if it should be, I'm born on Sunday. I'm born on January. I'm born on January, sun night. That's why I call it the Sunday sun night, the 11 hour. Who do you think should be telling or teaching? I've never gone to school anywhere that somebody should teach what I'm saying. Because that person is not from my heaven. That's why I said, only to whom the word and scroll is given. The archangel, chief priest, he alone understand what is reading. And that is why I select only what befitted, not the many gods. So until I mention any false any god, we don't know any of them. And I say, I don't know you. You claim you know, and I don't know it. You can't decide for what I am to do. Than where the Lord said, we need more hands. Support. You are not the one giving life. That's why you were not born from the level I'm operating. You can't say you live without food. You can't say you live without meat. It is written, all this that I'm saying, yet I don't have it. Because even my family, how we live, different regions, different countries, and my people oversee. The Lord said, I will call them from afar. So when far away they have come to meet with myself, only those who make it well today, they are the called by the Spirit, according to the word. Not your defeated and impossible path that you lead. The road, fraudulent art, have never called this. Because that is not a meditation point. When I go to their level, they will say it's their Lord. But I'm not the Lord of any of this act. What we say, righteously without fault, that's what I do. Whether I agree or disagree, I'm not talking to you, I'm not calling you. The ones that know what book and path they have lead, when they hear the same word and tongue on my tongue and spirit, will make it possible. We are not calling anybody's God. Whoever is the God that is dead, I don't know you. So be dead. You are not the one in the left. Because I'm the life living. Yet I also have life and I need life. That's an energy. If you understand spirit, that's why we angels, the Bible told us for the spirit, they minister spirit. So angels who minister spirit, you can tell them what they have to do. Then when we come, you are calling it your father's ghost. Your father's belief, source of belief, where I never was born from that. That's why you are robbing the Lord to pay another thing. I don't think you understand this. Let's close and shadow. Once again, we're trashing out issues. Even today, what we told you on the channel. I can't be the limitation or your source of belief when you don't keep the law to that level it can receive. I'm not a house. You were saying somebody should be what? Called Temple of the Holy Ghost. And now another country, another tribe, they are telling you a house. So that they are saying by force they will enter you. That's how the world works. Made corrupt indeed corruption. But if you are not the one who have made a war to live with the people and know what language they speak and the spirit, making known the meaning, how do you want to say that the Lord gave you? Who I used to say, I'm the one talking, you don't know what I'm saying, and you think the Lord is with you than myself. Be with him if you know him. I don't know him, so I'm with my works. And works is what we say, let it be made known. The voice, the sound, and the works is the fruit that will make known. If you have any Lord ever, we are telling where did it begin. We are building. We are creating the cars. Every word accounting for what you hold as a document. My name Sylvester already is in US, Britain. Is in what? Is in the Vatican. That's a Vaticaner. That's also another spirit Lord. So you don't know that the language we speak is a language and spirit that bear the language and the creator of it. We are not in the belief of any religion. It is only where we call it that angel. I can minister what you are saying, God. I can minister into you as just maybe one thing. Which you think is the person that made the whole world is never true. Only what is needed in an area that I understand that we give. That's the only way I can say it has served a purpose. Apart from that, I don't know them. So if you can that useless to us, I'll tell you this name now is not working. There is a test and throw away what is not good and keep what is good. If all is good, I don't think we have anywhere throwing something away. I am just right here to end the broadcast because I don't think we have ever come to any level, to anybody whose understanding is not to the level I'm showing what I'm saying. I'm creating and I'm building. So if I'm creating and building, I don't think it should be, I'm managing something right now. Look at what I'm doing. It won't be as it should be if I'm to work on the life from a different source. What I used to make that which bring the life as you want it is not working. This is an improvised something I'm doing. So that how we used to do it at any point, any situation, time, I'm building. The color won't be made known to you until I show the image of it on the live here. So you can't tell me that the Lord know you better than myself, who you are what? Keeping far from what understanding. Because it's abomination when you tell me anything. This is what I'm doing. You see, if you want to have it like this, as it is, unless I have another system. Yet I made it that you should know this is how it is. If I were to use that system, you also see it like this live. You see, I'm showing different with the two. Does that mean that they are the same clarity? No. Quality? No. They have difference. This is what I'm doing with the code, new coding. So I'm doing this, and this comes with also another word, war. Is a boy who doesn't respect a kingdom. How can he stand before the law, archangel, the priest? That's why the king carry sword. And anywhere it is called for sword, it should work. I don't think I stand anywhere low for somebody to just grow any short time and he thinks he's won the battle. You can't stand before me. I would have trashed you down because you don't know what spirit is when they come to the level to humble. I don't have anybody in the Bible that is humble. Go and prove Jesus or your belief source or Yeshua. If he had humbled himself, only when it was called for. But when he had gone to the temple and they were doing wrong nonsense thing, he had wrought it. If you want to know it, go and open. When the Lord wrath, you see it. Don't tell me that he's the master of my ways. I'm the Lord of myself. And I know him and what he did. Because centered on what? The Creator. That is where I end the broadcast. Return it the right way. Return the healing for the kingdom of heavens. More than most beauty.